Okay, testing. I think I have to get out the car. Cause I want to get testing. Okay. I want to have to get out the car real quick. Tessie, shush. So just give me a second. I have to mess with some settings because I've tested and look at the screen and I'm like, gosh. So yeah, I tested it and I keep looking at the screen like, is it really working? I'm sure a lot of people are going to do the same thing. I just don't know how to get these stars to show up. Oh, just got to zoom in a little bit more. I don't want to zoom in too much because, see, that's the problem. So we're running into a little bit of a kerfuffle. There's our favorite stars, though. Question is, yeah, when we zoom out to here, they literally disappear. I just don't want to zoom in too much or people won't believe that we're actually live. But the problem is, if we zoom out too much, then we might not catch a meteor when it happens. But it is what it is. Okay, that should work. No, Chazzy, back. Okay. We shall see if we can catch anything. Let me bring up chat. Seen dozens already. It's 11 where you are. Nice. I have yet to see one because I've been too busy setting up the stream. It's a little hazy, but I should still be able to see the bright ones. In fact, I'm gonna get out of the car. What am I even doing in here? Just being a weirdo. Okay. Yeah. I guess the point is to try to, because I tried to look up which direction to look at, and they all kind of said the same thing, which is you're not supposed to look in any particular direction. They can come from literally anywhere. Bessie, shush. Screen brightness on low, not to screw up my eyes. Check out the screen. Everything's working. Okay. Perfect. I just want the chat. There we go. Hello, help. Tezzy, shush. But yeah, so we're also sneakily testing out. I put noise cancellation on it on my mic, which I'm not sure how helpful that will be. You all hear the dogs barking? Any of them? You probably hear Chaz barking. Chazzy! You barking at him's making the other dog bark. Yeah, I've yet to see one. Do y'all know of any constellations that you've been specifically looking at to see the most? Damn, this dog won't shut up. Chazzy literally barked once. No, I haven't seen any. Chaz barked once, and then this neighbor's dog. I think I just saw a little one. I don't know if that was. Yeah, Chaz literally barked once, and the neighbor's dog is going crazy. What I really want to do is lay on my roof. I don't know if my headphones will go that far. Just not giving up. The neighbor's dog literally thinks like there's like a million threats nearby. I mean, I see plenty of stars, so that's a good sign. Just the sky's a little milky. I don't think we'll be able to catch the smaller ones unless we get a little bit more clearing. Oh, I just saw one. Off to my right. That was a nice one. Did anybody else see that one? Kind of had like a tealish color. It would have been just to the right of Orion. You haven't seen any yet? Huh. Can you see the stars in your area? Yeah, it's a rough one. You know, I'm tempted to just zoom out on the camera a little bit more, but then people won't be able to know that we're looking at the stars, because this is what happens if I zoom out. the the camera just goes to black. Yeah, I don't think you can see any stars in there. But I mean, oh, one just went. Did y'all see that one? That would have been on the screen there. Chezzy, stop it. Did y'all see that one on screen? As if you saw that one, then it's not too dim. I just don't know. Are my keys still in the car? Couldn't see it. All right. Yeah, it was pretty faint. Hold on. Let me see. There's like a setting I can turn on. What's this? The torch? What does that do? Will that help if there's a little bit of light? Oh. Lens. Kazzy, shush. No. Doesn't work. What if I put the exposure all the way down? Oh. All the way up? No, I still can't see it. You know? Can't even see that plane. Zoom. Stabilization. Exposure. White balance? That help? Alright, well. We'll just have to do it this little small window, and if I notice like a specific if I notice a specific area where they're happening, we'll start turning the camera. But it should be all over the place. There shouldn't be any specific area. Hopefully we get to keep these nice and clear clouds for now. Can y'all hear that dog barking by any chance? Kazzy. Would literally, I mean, there's a small area around Orion as well. You can see it's a pretty limited area. Best thing would be be like fish islands with like a better camera. But it is what it is. Oh, I just saw another one. Wonder if that was caught on the live stream. It looked like it might be just out of view. But that's two. They're definitely happening. That one happened kind of to the upper right. So if you go up from the Orion and then to the right, that one just happened there. Did anybody else see that one? Hurts to look up. Well, that's the purpose of the stream. You can look down. Look down instead. Or watch the TV. I do kind of notice they're happening, at least all the ones that I've seen have happened to the right of Orion. They keep happening in that spot. That's not going to be good, as that's where most of the cloud cover is right now. Also seems like we got a little bit of wispies coming in. Oh, there's another one. That one might have been caught on stream. Let me see if it was. There's this weird spot on my camera. I don't know what's causing that. I think it might just be, I think that might be the exposure, overexposed. Hold on. Let's see if we can still, yeah, you can still see the stars like this. Is the overexposure still there? Not as much. Chazzy! Stop it. You barking's not gonna make change nothing. Oh look, it's a shooting plane. I just got a text. You can only see the brightest stars. Yeah. It's a potato phone. I could zoom in more and that would probably help. But at the same time, it makes our field of view even smaller. So it's a trade-off between field of view and being able to see the smaller ones. Still don't know how to get that little aliasing thing off. It's mainly because of the service out here. Unless I keep my car on the entire time. I'm outside of my car, so I could turn my car on and see if the cell booster could reach this far and fix that, but I doubt it. Something to try, though. Yeah, I've seen 2 so far. Oh, that one went right over the Orion's belt. That one had to be on stream. Yes! We got one! Yes! We got one on stream! What minute mark is that? About 16 minutes. Let's go! Did y'all see that? Yeah, anything that passes over Orion, we'll see. Please tell me y'all saw that. Hopefully you guys are looking at the screen. If you're outside, then I guess it doesn't really matter. You guys are doing your thing. You don't need my stream if you can see it with your eyeballs. But we finally caught one. I can manage the exposure, yes, but I don't know whether to turn it up or down. Yeah. What's going on with my vape? Seems to be malfunctioning. Yeah, that was a good one. There could be some chonky ones in there. Apparently there's some that could be quite large, like appear to be quite large. And they all come in different shapes and colors. So you can get yellow, like a pinkish purple, green, like kind of like a bluish white. There's a lot of different kinds. And it's all because of the chemical composition of each meteor. Just went back a couple of minutes and saw it. Nice. Scene 2, pretty cool. Go back out if it starts to go crazy. Got back inside, freezing your butt off. Scene 21, holy moly. Yeah. That's a lot. Been doing good for yourself. Yeah, I think it's like a mixture between like a service problem and a... Because on the screen, like, I mean, we could zoom in even further and you could see it better. But, you know, there is that a dang problem where you're not seeing enough of the sky. So let me see what I mean, turning up the exposure, it's exposure comp. No. I know it turns it down, but turn it all the way up and see if that does anything in particular. Yeah, all turning up the exposure does is make this blotch appear because it gets overexposed. So we're going to keep that at 0. It's fine. We caught that one, so that's all that matters. You know, if we're catching them as they come through. Oh, there's another one just happened right above my head. That's 4. Holy moly. That was kind of greenish. There you go. That's the smart move right there, E-Rev. If the tornado risk doesn't get higher, I will. I'll chase. I just saw another really faint one. Dang. There's a little bit of cloud cover coming in. It's over Orion right now. So that's probably why it's not looking as bright as it was. A little bit milky over Orion. It's like a contrail, I think. Should pass in like 5 minutes. Oh, what's happening with my vape? Malfunctioning. Weird. There we go. No one's answered my question. Can y'all hear that dog that's barking in the background or not? Scroll up. Maybe y'all did. No. Orion is southeast at 45-degree angle from where you are. Yeah, sounds about right. Orion here is like 65, 60 degrees. Well, 50 maybe, somewhere around there. Oh, wow! That was a really bright one. Just happened to the south of Orion. So for you, E-Rev, if you saw that one, then that would have been near your horizon. Probably 20 degrees south and east of Orion. That one was like orangey white. That was really cool. Y'all can hear the dog barking? Oh gosh. I have noise cancellation on. Still freaking hear it. Wish they would bring that dog inside. It's cold out. Nothing I can do about it. Unless I move somewhere. But it'll probably still be barking. As long as it hears my voice. Might have to move somewhere else. Get away from this dog. Is it annoying? Hi, Darian. Where do you look to see them? You look anywhere. They can happen oh, one just happened over my head. Holy moly. That one was greenish. But yeah, they can happen anywhere. I mean, I've seen them all over the sky. There's no particular direction you have to look. You just got to look everywhere as much as possible. So far, I've seen like 6, but we've caught 1 on stream. It's the luck of the draw. We're zoomed in a little bit too far, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, as long as we can see 1 star, that means it's bright enough to capture most of these. So that's what we're going to base it off of. How to get as zoomed out as possible. Okay. As soon as I hit that mark, I can't see it. Okay, that's about as zoomed out as we can get and still see stars, which is what I'm going to be basing our ability to be able to see anything. Because pretty much almost every single one of them has been brighter than the brightest stars, so as long as we can see the brightest star, we can see each meteor that passes near Orion. It's not loud. Okay. This kind of sucks that it just continuously barks, though. It's not like one of those dogs that like gets the hint after a while. He's like, I hear noises, and I'm gonna scare it away. Well, newsflash, dog, I'm not scared at all. Ha! Unless the barks start to get louder and louder, then that means the dog escaped somehow. Then I'll be scared. Kind of crazy though that those folks can sleep with that dog barking like that. That would drive me nuts. Yeah, it seems to be happening about like once a minute. Sometimes a little bit longer, but I'm sure there's some happening that are out of my field of view sometimes. Although most consistently they've been happening like above my head. But they've really happened everywhere. Screen recorded the last one, put exposure up, looks nice. Thanks. Yes, post that in the Discord if you could help. We should be able to get more than just 1. Especially since there could be 60. The statistical chances of 1 crossing in front of Orion, we should be able to get at least 5 or 6. At least. Within that hour on stream. Hopefully more. We might get lucky and just get a bunch right over Orion. I've still only seen 6. Keep looking down at chat. Oh, there's another one. Wow, that one was like extremely brief. It was just a little flash. Huh. Wow, this is so cool. This is definitely worth it. And to be honest, this isn't even like the best, like away from city lights view. To be honest. Too late for you? Understandable. Yes, tonight's the meteor shower, Elva. It's happening now. And for the next pretty much 4 hours, it'll be going on. Let me check here. Can we still see a star? Yeah, okay. As long as we can see that star, it's good. Definitely makes me want, like, I mean, obviously this camera is good enough for storms, so I'm not, like, really concerned about it. But doing these more, like, astronomy-based streams definitely need a better camera than a phone camera. But it's impressive that we got one on stream, so I'm happy with that. Man, just think if I didn't have the noise cancellation on. That dog would be loud. Be a loud dog. That's all I can think about right now because it's just constant. So I've seen now 7. I mean, they're happening big time. This is awesome. I do want to see, though, if I can... I might move the camera just a little bit here. Just so I can keep these headphones on. But also maybe lay on my car. I think I have a blanket. You get that star in view. Okay. That's our lucky star right there. Come on. Guess what we want. Alright, let me go in the back, see if I still have that blanket. And I'm going to try to figure out a position where I can, like, lay down on my front hood. BRB. Oh, no way. It's gonna work. I think. Oh, this is 10 times better. Holy crap. Now I'm laying in the hood of my car. Not even looking at the camera. This is so much more comfortable. Nice. In West Atlanta, yeah. Yeah, there's some bright ones. You know, if some of these, I'm sure you could even see in Los Angeles, like in the city. Because Shazzy, shush. Shazzy. No. Because even in Los Angeles, you can get some, like you can see like 1 star sometimes. And, you know, that's the brightest, or I don't even think it's a star. I think you can see Saturn sometimes. And 1 or 2 of these have been brighter than, Jupiter. 1 or 2 of these have been brighter than Jupiter. So, is there still time to change for changes before Friday's event? Yeah, there's still time. There's always time for changes in the models. We all know that, even if you're like right on the event. Sometimes things can significantly change. Like, for instance, the last event. None of the models said supercell firing at 11 p.m. or 11 a.m., becoming tornadic almost immediately. So, yeah. There's definitely still, especially since it's like a subtropical low, there's going to be a lot of variability until we get right up on the event. But I mean, there's gonna be a point where models agree pretty well. Probably like 2 days out. So glad I'm wearing like 5 layers of sweatshirts. Nice and warm. It's always, I don't think that's possible. And I need wind for that. And to have wind, you need an atmosphere, which the moon does not have. Been a little brief moment of nothing. I haven't seen one in quite a bit. Kind of sucks. Come on, more. Can you still see the star? Oh no, you can't see the star anymore. Man. Oh wait, let me turn up my brightness. Yeah, you can barely see the star on full brightness. Yeah, a reminder, if you don't see any stars on screen, your brightness is too low, by the way. There should be one bright one and one dim one. And that's just basically our placeholder that, because the exposure is not working very well, or it's a camera, so a phone camera. Oh, there's one directly over my head. Oh, another one. That one was near Orion, but I don't know if you guys would have seen that one. Let me check. It's very faint. I don't think it showed up on cam. It was too faint. It was a very little one. So some of them aren't bright enough. Yeah, this is real nice. Kind of forgotten what it's, doing the old nowcasting and forecasting stuff. I kind of. Chazzy, shush. Chazzy! No. Chazzy! Chazzy! Enough. Yeah, doing the whole nowcasting and forecasting thing, it's been, you spend a lot more time than you would like indoors, especially if you're a storm chaser. Storm chasing is a lot of time hanging outside in nature, and I've been in there for a while. I haven't touched too much grass lately. It's definitely nice, even though it's a little chilly. It's definitely nice to be able to go outside and just kind of lay down and look at the stars and see some meteors. It's really cool. Definitely glad I did this. A little time to refresh, unwind, disconnect. It's always nice. It's the moon model. It's hold on, the MFS, the Moon Forecasting System. Y'all are y'all are wilding in chat. I would say, at least for my area, the craziest thing the models throw my way is blizzards. That's something very often that shows up like every now and then on the GFS model, 14 days out. It'll be like blizzard for the whole southeast, and then 2 days later it's gone. So sad. I mean, would models correct being correct 14 days out, like absolutely accurate? Wouldn't that just kind of like ruin weather for like a lot of people, or at least for a lot of forecasters? Because like that's half the fun is the uncertainty. You know, trying to figure out what's gonna happen and what's not. If it was just always perfect, I don't know. Obviously, it would have the life-saving benefits, but I've always said if that ever happens, I'm just gonna turn to store and chase him full time. Because I mean, at that point, if everything's 100% accurate all the time, then people would be able to evacuate out of the path of tornadoes. You know, it's interesting. You know, looking at these stars, I'm wondering, it's like, are there any planets around those stars looking back at us? There's got to be at least one star in the sky that has life that can look up and see a star. They might not be conscious, but they're probably looking at us. Chuzzy, what are you thinking? It's the same dog that's been barking this entire time. Nothing's changed. My dog's growling at it. Hmm. I haven't seen one in a little bit. It's been at least, what, 4 minutes? I think I've seen 9 so far. It'd be nice if it was one of those directional meteor showers, because then at least you could just look in one direction and see it a little bit better. But it is what it is. It is a nice night. He's enjoying the bark sesh. He's sticking his head out the window. He's in the car right now, but all the windows are down, and he's just sticking his head out the window every now and then, growling, and then he'll bark. Come on, one right through Orion. A big one. A big green meteor right through Orion. I can't believe there's only been one this whole time that's gone through the Orion area. That's ridiculous. Imagine that was the entire night. It was just five, or it was just what? Some people have seen 21. I've seen 9. So that would be. Oh, you're interested in the dog that's forever away. Chazzy. Shush. Chaz is not barking at the one that's nearby. There's like a dog way far away that he's barking at. It sure has been a minute. I think there's a lot more happening, but the sky's getting a little hazier, I'm noticing. It's these dang high cirrus clouds. It's not even like the thick ones, because I can still see a lot of stars. Jazzy! You've seen zero still? How's that possible? Well, no, you saw one. Oh, no, you said it in real life. I gotcha. Jazzy! Who's a good boy? Shush. Jazzy. Jazzy. Don't make me roll up the windows, Jazzy. Don't make me do it. Jazzy, enough. Oh, okay, I saw a faint one. Just over my head again. So now that's 10. Which is not bad. I've only been out here for like what? 30 minutes? 40 minutes? Chazzy! Babas! Welcome to the Dog Bark Show. Okay, Chazzy, I'm rolling up to win this. You done? I'll give you one more chance. Okay. Stop. Okay. I've decided to give him one more chance. He's just so darn cute. Can't say no. Give me 1 second. I gotta reposition this blanket. Alright. That should give me enough blanket. Actually get some warmth. Some extra warmth. Nope. Just not enough. Oh, there's another one. That one passed to the left of Orion. Might have been visible. I'm looking on the stream. Oh, yeah. It was there for a brief moment. Just on the left. Yeah, if you look on the left side of this, if you go back, if you missed it, it was on the left side of it was just a flash, because that was at the very end of the Meteor's life.
I have this weird problem arising. I want to look at chat, but every time I pull my hand out of the jacket, it gets cold. No, they're happening now. They're happening now, help. I'm telling you. You just live in a big city, so you're having trouble seeing them. That's the issue. Chazzy. Get another big old cloud coming through Orion. Might block the view a little bit. Man, I just want to see a big old one. No. I want to see a big chonker meteor. Alright. I've got a better idea. Instead of laying down on the blanket, I could stand up and wrap the blanket around me. Now we're thinking. I just hope there's not like an ant bed around here somewhere. Every now and then we get an ant bed somewhere at random. Be real unlucky if there was one directly under me. So if I start screaming, it's the ants. Oh, now we're talking. That's the move. My jazzy doodle. How you doing? Not too cold? Oh, you're fine. Not even shaking. In fact, you feel warmer than me. How the heck is that possible? Doing the gloves. No, I don't have a tree in front of me. That was weird. If I click on the voice button, it goes into voice control? I don't even know what that's about. That's why probably what might have. Oh, where did I? That. Please shush. It's okay, Bubba's. Dog. Okay, sorry about that. Is the star still there? Yeah. Still got our 2 stars. Oh. Nice and warm in the blanket. All right. Time to put the hood on. I'm starting. The longer I stay out, the more I'm feeling the cold. It's annoying trying to keep chat up. There's just a place I could put my phone. Would be nice. Not too bad. For where, Elva?
Chazzy, enough.
You keep saying all this stuff about rain and
Snow, but you never put your state. I don't know what to say. I can't tell you what the weather's going to do if I don't know at least the general area of where you are. All right. Come on. Give us the big juicy one.
You live in my area. All right.
Thanks for the specificity. That's funny. Alpha's got jokes. Ooh.
Blanket really is not that big.
It's thick, but it's not that big. But I am warming up a little bit the longer I have it on. I want to see another one. It's been a while. Must be a lot of little ones. Man, there's just a little less cloud cover. It'd be a show right now. No. See, we've still got our stars. Yeah, still got our stars. So, how many tornado warnings have I covered? Whew. Well, how many tornadoes were there last year? I'm pretty sure I covered like almost 90% of all the tornado warnings last year. So, however many tornado warnings there were, and then take a 90% out of that. Maybe, oh, there's another one. I think that one would have been out of camera.
Yeah, that little. So it's not a tree. Oh, okay, I see what you're talking about now. Help. It's not a tree. It's like an exposure thing mixed with the data connection out here. I don't know how to fix that per se. I'm not sure if it's let me see if it shows up if I go to like a higher, as it could just be it says 720. What if I go to 1080? Does that fix it? No. Yeah, it's a little exposure thing. I think it's like the phone struggling to do something. Let me see if I can fix that. It's gotta be like some type of auto mode. Try that, see if that helps. Yeah, it did not work. Yeah, I think it's just the camera struggling to. I just don't think it's good at. I just don't think it's good at figuring out how to look at darkness. I wonder what would happen if I tap the focus over that weird area. Maybe that'll fix it. Yeah, I can't fix it. It's here to stay. Well, you used to suck, help, but now you're doing pretty good. Most of the times in my chat, at least recently, that you've been saying, there's concerning rotation. You've been spot on. So, I would say you started out at like a 2 or a 3, because at least you knew what the broad rotation looked like. But now, I mean, you're getting pretty good, like 7 to 8, maybe even more. I haven't really thought about it that much. Typically, when people chat in the Discord, oh, there's one under Orion. That one had to be on stream. Did y'all see that? It would have been on the bottom side. Oh, I'm not sure if it was bright enough. But man, that thing went right into the camera view. Would have been on the lower part of the screen. Let's see. So that's, I think, 11 now? 11 or 12, somewhere around there. I've seen, and maybe 2 on stream. That one should have showed up on stream, but think you saw it, but you're not sure. Well, if you could, try to clip it and post it, and oh, there's another one. So that's 13. That one was not near Orion, though. But yeah, if you could try to clip what you think you saw and post it in Discord with the other one, that would be great. Oh, there's another one. Oh, they're picking up. That's 3 in the past couple of minutes. They're pretty small, though. Hey, am I looking at... I don't even think I'm looking at Orion anymore. Hold on. Am I?
Let me just double check. Is this Orion? Yeah, it's Orion. Just had to make sure. There's like two similar stars to its south that look pretty similar. Started to doubt myself a little bit. Yeah, there's always gonna be disagreement, Elva. It's never really a matter of whether the models agree. It's really a matter of how small does the disagreement get. I'd say that's a better way of thinking about it. I mean, we've already technically gotten what we came out to do, which was capture one on stream and see a bunch of meteors. So, I mean, technically, it's been a good stream. I accomplished everything I wanted to do. And the one we captured was like probably one of the brighter ones that I've seen tonight. So, that's good. So, it wasn't a bad stream. Oh, I just saw a really faint one. Holy moly. That one was barely visible to the naked eye. No bus today, exactly. Not like the last stream. uh, I think because of that last stream, whenever there's a meteor shower, unless we have to look in a certain direction, we're always going to point it at Orion. Because that's where Betelgeuse is, the star that was supposed to disappear, dang it. It'd be pretty cool if we could get a satellite. That's one thing I haven't seen tonight. I usually see more satellites. I know SpaceX launched one not too long ago. So, depending on where that sets up, I've seen a train of satellites over me before. So, it'll be interesting to see if that eventually shows up. I know there's like some type of website you can look at. Yeah, some type of website you can look at that you can track the satellites, but I don't know what it's called. I know it's a thing. I see people post it sometimes. I mean, most of the clouds are a little bit cleared out. There's still a little bit of a haze, though. I'm not exactly sure what's causing the haze. There shouldn't be much moisture in the atmosphere. Tell you what, my neck's gonna hurt tomorrow, though.
It wasn't actually a meteorite?
Dang it. So that one was just off the screen. It should have been there. Huh. Must have just not been bright enough. It wasn't the brightest one. That's for sure. Oh, wow!
That one had to be on stream. Yep. We got another one. We got another one. That's two definitely on stream. That could have been two.
Wow, that was the perfect position, and those were bright. Wow, I just saw another one too. That was two at the same time. So it might have caught both. That'd be cool if it caught both. Wow. Heck yeah. Yeah, if you could help clip that one and post it too on the Discord. Wow. That's so cool.
Nice. We actually seeing them. You seen four so far in Florida?
Really? That's it? Huh. I've seen like almost, I think we're in like the 15, 16s now. And then we have potentially two on stream. Maybe even three if that one was a double one. Because it was two pretty close, but I think the southern one was maybe too far down from the cam. And I gotta give that dog credit. It's got a really loud bark. Because I got the noise cancellation on, and it's still breaking through it. And it's not that close. It's like pretty far. This has been like one of the funnest stargazing nights I've had in a while, though.
That's for sure. Definitely worth going outside. It's mostly cloudy, but towards the sky it isn't so. Ah, okay.
Yeah, we've had. So if the spot in the sky is nearly as clear as the one, or as where the camera's facing, um, man, those stars are barely visible. Yeah, you really got to have your brightness up on your phone to see the stars and the meteors. So make sure you're doing that. But yeah, I mean, if your patch of sky is about as big as Orion, or at least the constellation or the space on the screen that we're looking at, which is probably pretty similar. That sounds about right, about four, because we've only had technically four as well that have gone directly pretty close to Orion. So
You haven't seen anything in Missouri yet? How?
are y'all clear in Missouri? Is the sky clear? I know Missouri was forecasted to be clearing out by right around now. So especially the northern and southern parts of Missouri. Oops. Just pulled the camera a little bit on accident. There we go. I know that there's potential for the big ones. The ones that like. Oh, there's another one near Orion. I wonder if that one picked up. It was kind of a small one.
No, I don't think it got picked up. Would have been on the right side of the screen. You caught 2 or 3 on the stream. Perfect.
That's what we're going for. Yeah, we've had about 2 or 3 show up actually on the stream itself. I've personally seen, since I have a wider field of view, like 17 now. Oh, that one was bright.
I think that one was too far south, though. Yeah, it's too far south. Didn't show up.
That was a big one. So now we're at like 19. Somewhere, I think we're close to the 20s, or at least I am. Personally. I've seen a lot. This is awesome. Awesome. I definitely would recommend going outside yourself. Because even with bad light pollution, you will be able to see some. I'll tell you what, it won't be a lot. You'll probably have to wait like 10 minutes between each one. But some of these are pretty dang bright. I mean, I still have a little bit of cloud cover out here. It's very thin, wispy clouds in the upper atmosphere, but I've been seeing tons. Not the same as light pollution. The light pollution out here is pretty dang low. But it's similar, because it does dim the lights of the stars at least, so. It's definitely worth taking a gander for a little bit if you don't have any thick cloud cover. If you can see stars, I guarantee you, you'll be able to see meteors.
Well, if it's clear there, make sure you're
going outside and checking it out. Wear lots of layers though, because if it's cold here, it's probably cold pretty much everywhere in the country, except for maybe Florida.
Andy, what you doing? What are you doing?
You getting some sweepies? Getting a little nappies? Jazzy, I wish there was some way I could explain to you what's happening here and get you to look up for a while. I wonder if dogs even know stars exist. I know they know the moon exists, but I wonder if they can actually see stars. I would say the most interesting thing, though, about tonight is how my neck's gonna feel tomorrow. My neck gets sore pretty easily, so. Yeah, I got a beanie on, I've got a hood over my head, I've got 3 layers on, and I'm wrapped in a blanket. It's really not that cold, I think. It's like in the 30s, maybe lower 40s, but I'm just a wimp when it comes to the cold. Definitely a summer kind of man. Not really a winter kind of man. Maybe if I could actually grow facial hair, because having a beard is pretty much like wearing a ski mask. Maybe it'd be a little bit easier. I haven't seen any in a while. It's interesting how like sometimes it picks up pretty quickly. Like there was one time where there was 3 in like a minute. But then every now and then it calms down.
Thanks, E-Rev. Yeah, it's probably good that you learned how to do that. Every now and then. Oh, what is that? Is that a plane? Yeah, it's a plane. It's really high up in the atmosphere. It might fly pretty close to Orion. You guys might see the plane. I want to see like a satellite. Every now and then the ISS comes around here and I can see the International Space Station. That happens every now and then too. That's always a great sight. But no moving stars tonight, other than the meteors. I'm sure you learned how to ban pretty quickly after that one troll stream. I'm sorry you guys have to deal with that. I don't know why there's so many trolls in the weather community. I swear, I could be covering a tornado warning and then somebody hops on and says some weird stuff. My theory is it's mostly children. No idea, man. I'm sure every old person. I'm sure every old person says this about the generation before them, but man, I wonder if I would have trolled if I was that age. I was a little bit of a rebel as a child. I don't think I was that annoying though. I don't know. I could have been. I just didn't realize it. It's always possible. There's also a lot of mature younger folk, so not all of them, but I'm pretty sure like 99% of the trolls are like under 18. It's just kind of a thing that comes with being on social media. Although I will say surprisingly the majority of the folks that watch my channel, they're like 40 and above. Believe it or not. According to my analytics. Yeah, sometimes the trolls are funny. Sometimes, like that one dude that had that weird screen name, he's like, "Can you shout me out?" And I shouted him out, and I didn't realize until after it was like something dirty. That was kind of funny, even though it was a little bit embarrassing. Oh, I just saw another one. That one was pretty bright. I caught that one out of the corner of my eye. That was way low on the horizon, though. That must have been one of the brighter ones because there's a lot. I can barely see any stars over there. That actually have been a pretty bright one. Someone with a real clear sky probably got a real good view of that. Really, you gonna start barking again? I'll tell you what. Didn't get the best viewing conditions, but man, has it been a show. I am 100% satisfied. And also 100% cold.
Very cold.
How long have I been live for? Doesn't feel like that long. You subscribed to my main channel a year ago. Wow.
I have no idea. I haven't even checked the temperature. I just know it's cold. Yeah, we have covered a lot of weather. It's been insane. I mean, we've covered almost every single 5% tornado risk. There's been a lot of those. I will say, I'm very happy I committed to like longer, more frequent streams because now my vocal endurance is just off the charts. I really don't think there's anybody that can even get close to doing the amount of streams that I do for the amount of time that I do. So even though it was really hard at the beginning, I think it was worth it. It is. If that dog wasn't here, it'd just be perfect. Although my ears are starting to get a little used to the dog, but still, it's kind of annoying. Still, he's still barking. I don't know if y'all can still hear him. Been barking since I've been here.
This is the biggest event I've covered. Um,
I would say, um, the March one, or no, the that I don't remember if it was in March or April, but that high risk, the double high risk we had, that was probably the largest one. But the most like in terms of like dangerous threat, I mean, I covered Hurricane Ian. That was a pretty dangerous storm. Covered Hurricane Adalia. That was also a dangerous storm. Both were Category 4s. Those were pretty impactful. Covered the Buffalo freaking snowpocalypse, where they got like 83 inches of snow. That was pretty impactful. A lot of people died from that, which was sad. Um, then also Hurricane Hillary, which wasn't too impactful, but man, did the and like not in terms of impacts, but in terms of like media fanatics, like to know like just how much people care about an event. You can always look at your impressions, and man, the impressions were just off the charts for Hillary from my channel. It was insane. I think we had like 2,000 people watching one stream, which is just ridiculous for a channel my size. I think we gained like over 1,000 subscribers just with Hurricane Hillary. So people were like freaking out about that storm. I mean, it was a tropical storm to hit California, so I'm sure everybody was tuning in to see if California would fall off the United States or something. And then there's an earthquake in the middle of the hurricane. I mean, of this tropical storm. That was crazy. I haven't seen a freaking one in a while. What's going on? Am I looking in the wrong area?
yeah, that was a very impactful one. You're at Six Flags. Nice.
Oh yeah, Acapulco. That one was a crazy storm. Category 5. I think the official death toll on that one's like 50. But I feel there's like I have a gut feeling that it's probably a lot higher than that, but it's just one of those scenarios where it's a government that is not ours. So, And there's nothing we can really do to try to pry it. Because I remember there was reports coming out of communities around Acapulco um, that were, and they were reporting like mass casualties from the storm surge and people washing out to sea. And I mean, the numbers didn't line up. There's so many conflicting reports. And I don't really see why you would lie about the death toll from a hurricane being higher than it was. I feel like governments would have I guess, some sort of a motivation to say they're lower. I don't know, because that's what they did with Hurricane Dorian in the Bahamas. The missing persons list just magically disappeared, and then none of those deaths were counted as official. And there was like thousands of people on the missing persons list, and so I think the official death toll is like 71, something like that. I don't know why you would undercount it. I mean, it doesn't make your country look bad, in my opinion, if people die from a natural disaster that crazy. So I don't know why governments do that shit. But they do. Yeah, Hurricane Dorian is a really interesting story. I can't wait until somebody, like one of those documentary YouTubers, do something about that. Like one of those weather documentary YouTubers. Because I'm sure there's bigger stories buried under the piles of news reports. But that one was pretty bad. I remember watching that hurricane. I mean, it's a pretty low-lying island. They had like 20 to 30-foot storm surge. If you look at satellite imagery from Hurricane Dorian, it's like barely any buildings left in the area that it made direct landfall. Because it stalled over the area. It was a Category 5 hurricane. Like a very strong one, too. It wasn't just like barely Category 5. I think it was like 180 miles per hour winds or some stuff like that. And it stalled over the island for like a day or two, something like that. So not only was it, storm surge at 20 to 25 feet, 30 feet, it was also there for a day. So kind of odd. Yeah, last year was yeah, Convective Chronicles does do that. But he does like more of like a meteorological breakdown. But the weather documentary YouTubers like Alfiria, Ethan Morty, I think that's how you say his last name. I think there's other people that do them too, but those ones are like the most like they actually like dig in to the story. Like there are other YouTubers that do like weather documentaries, but they just kind of like skim the surface. But people like Alfiria, they'll like dive deep into it and like try to dig up stuff that nobody knows about, and they go like really in depth into research. Sometimes even find things that weren't widely reported on, and kind of breaks ground in terms of what happened, after the fact, in terms of new information. So hopefully one of them do something about our release a documentary about Dorian. 'Cause that was the one that terrified me. Holy moly. That hurricane was terrifying. Because it couldn't have done that like if it hit Florida. Even if it stalled, the interaction with land, drier air, eventually would have seeped into it and killed it. But because it was an island, there's tons of warm ocean around it. So it didn't really do much. I haven't seen a meteor in forever, I feel. I've been looking straight up.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're still considered missing or not. I mean, obviously, the thing is that, if you lose the missing persons list and then you never make another one, then you're never going to know if the missing is found. So, it's kind of a gray area. It's just, it's kind of only the family members at this moment. I mean, you'd have to go into that region and interview a lot of people, I would feel. Because it's probably only the family members that know if, they lost a loved one because I just saw one. Okay. That was very brief. But yeah, it's probably only the family members at this point that know. But they probably don't know the death count, the death total. They just know their local impacts, maybe friends and family stories or something. It would have to be like a decent investigation, and it's just kind of like one of those things where it would take a lot of resources to accomplish, and that's probably why people haven't really tried to figure out how many people actually were killed by that hurricane. No, I've been looking straight up, talking. I look down every now and then. Kind of suck if every time I look down a meteor happened. But it is kind of getting late. I think I'm going to probably pack it in for tonight, guys. We did see meteors. I saw at least 20 something. But my neck's starting to hurt. Have I heard of the eclipse? Absolutely. I'm going to see it. I don't have to drive too far to see that one. I've seen one. I saw the last one that went over Tennessee. And that was in 2016 or 18, something like that. Awesome, thanks. I'm glad we were able to capture some. Can't wait to watch those clips in the Discord. I do appreciate y'all clipping that stuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna pack it in for tonight. It was fun. Next stream, depending on the tornado risks in Florida, at least storm chasing stream will be in Florida. Or maybe South Carolina. I've actually kind of gotten split on it because it kind of seems like those winds are going to be a little bit stronger near South Carolina. I could start in Florida, then drive to South Carolina. It just depends. I'll make the decision soon, though, because we are running out of time. Anyways, guys, have a good rest of your night. I'm going to head off for the night. Thank you for tuning in for my first ever meteorite stream. Probably won't happen too often because we don't get many meteor showers, but it was fun. I'm glad we were able to share the experience together, at least. See a couple. Hopefully everybody got their share. But yeah. Y'all have a good rest of your night. And I will see you guys, not tomorrow, but a forecast. The next forecast on the main channel is going to be the day after tomorrow. So I will see you guys then. So, see you then.